Hello Internet, this is Marchers with Munchies Food Review, and today folks, we're doing something a little bit different. We're continuing our series here in the great city of Detroit on Deca States, and as you have seen over the last two videos, we've done some reviews here. We did the Burger King Spicy Chicken Sandwich along with a Shake Shack food review. In those two videos we did have the food, but today I do not for this particular item. I don't for this general restaurant, alright? So, the best way to explain this is very simple. The restaurant I went to, I didn't really have the opportunity to receive or buy food, but I'm going to explain this best as possible. So, there's a couple locations of this, and it's a popular, semi-popular TV show on A&E called WahlBurgers. And if you know who Mark Wahlberg is, you know that him and his family, you may or may not know that him and his family do own an assortment of fast food restaurants called WahlBurgers. And I decided, since I'm in Detroit and I don't get very many opportunities to go and try this food, that I was going to try it. And I did. As you can see, I have the city in the background. If you look very closely, if you see the where is it? The Greek Town building, roughly right there. It's just below it, down in the Greek Town area, just along this strip. Anyway, so I'm gonna go through four particular categories of this restaurant before giving my general, just my number rating on it. So, first things first, the atmosphere, pricing, service, and then the food itself. So, first things first, when you walk down Greek Town, it's very welcoming. It's kind of strange. One side of the street is filled with open shops and businesses. The other side's kind of run down a little bit. There are restaurants, there are shops there, but it's just not as flashy. On the flashier side, though, that's where WahlBurgers is located. So, as soon as you walk in the building, it's kind of weird how it's set up, I guess. There's two floors to it, which is fine, because it's in the downtown area. But the base floor has a bar, and then it has the back kitchen with a couple seating areas in the front for eating. I chose to go onto the second level only because there just wasn't really a good atmosphere to do a food review. As soon as I sat upstairs, they sat me down at the bar instead of the restaurant itself. So I did eat the food, but I did not get an opportunity to have a proper food review. Hence the reason why I'm doing one simply like this. So, sitting down, you know, it's great. I'm by myself at this point. Normally I'm with people, as you've seen in previous videos, but in the last two I really haven't been with people. We've all been busy with our own DECA stuff, which, by the way, I have to say congratulations and good luck to all those who are participating. Anyway, so pricing itself, WahlBurgers is kind of interesting in the way that it tries to advertise itself as if it were a fast food chain, meanwhile keeping up a sense of quality. And this idea is really kind of interesting in how they actually apply it. You're getting a decently good-sized meal for a decently sized price, but the price is a little bit up there because it is a more quality-based burger. Now, I ordered an order of fries, a cherry Pepsi, and a cheese griller, a cheeseburger griller. I'm not sure exactly what it was called, but on it, it had mustard, onion, pickle, cheese, 3 kinds of cheese, ground beef, lettuce, tomato. I think there was sour cream on there, and mayo. I don't know if I said mayo or not already. But the fries themselves, everything there really it's really fried. That's something I noticed. It's all deep fried. But honestly, in all, my total bill was about $13. The service itself was incredible. I walked in and I was greeted right away. I was asked, where would you like to sit? Upstairs, downstairs, with a great friendly smile. And I decided to sit upstairs for just, experience reasons. What am I getting myself into? And at the bar, the staff made an effort to actually talk to you. Which was great. Every individual person was talked to as if not only they were getting their food ordered, but as if they were a part of just the atmosphere. They were friends of yours, which is great. It's fantastic, and that's exactly what you should be looking for. So, the service was good. I was asked fairly frequently, if I needed anything, if everything was good, if anything was bad, if anything needed to be sent back, and all in all, it was a good experience for the social interaction. The food itself. So as I said before, I ordered fries, cherry Coke, and this panini style burger. Now it's hard to explain how it's set up, and I already explained the ingredients. So I'm going to first talk about the fries. So the fries, they have something about them. I'm not sure quite what it is, but I believe personally, as I kind of see it, they're kind of fried in a bit of a bacon grease kind of base. It really has a vinegar bacon kind of taste to it, and that's completely fine for these situations. They were trying, they're using all their resources to make an effective product that is overall has great flavor, great taste. The ranch itself, I think, was doused a little bit too much in vinegar. I think they mix their own ranch there. They make their own ranch at their establishment, which is fine. It's artisanship, and I respect that greatly. But it did have a little bit too much vinegar going on with it. I wasn't too fond of the vinegar all that much. Frankly, it was kind of overwhelming a little bit, and that just is not fully capable. It just was too much, I would say. Just a tad too much, kind of took away from the French fry itself. But the fries were good. They had a good, they didn't taste freezer burnt. They kind of tasted freshly cut, which is it's really hard to find freshly cut fries, especially from a fast food establishment. But one that bases itself off quality such as that, I have great respect for. Now, it had a good layer of coating for it. It was a bit of a thicker fry compared to your average fast food chain fry, which might be incredibly thin. Most most businesses that sell French fries are fairly thin. But in all, it had good flavor, good texture, good taste. It really just filled you up. The sandwich now. The sandwich was actually the first thing I kind of dug into. I went for a couple fries, but then I went straight into the sandwich. And I will say this right here, right now. I ate the entire thing. But honestly, they cut my sandwich in half in triangles. And honestly, to tell the truth, I only needed one half. I was almost full by the time I finished the first half of the sandwich. Now the sandwich itself, it's very greasy. It's greasy. I think it does go back to using that bacon grease, like I was saying before, which is fine, which is good. They're using their resources. They're really making themselves capable. But, the pickle and the onion, you didn't really notice anything. One of the outstanding problems I think I had with it was the amount of pickle on there. I understand that, Mark WahlBurger and his family, they might be interested in pickles. And a lot of people are interested in pickles. I am okay. I'm a pickle person. I'm cool with pickles. But when it's all pickle, I have a problem with that. I'm here to taste the different flavors and textures that you can give me out of your burger. And unfortunately, I mostly just tasted the pickle. I probably had like 20 pickles on my sandwich. And it was really overwhelming. But the cheese, the meat, the onion, tomato, lettuce, all that other stuff, good stuff, was on there, and it was good, and I could taste it. It got to the point, though. It got to the point with the pickle. I started taking off pickles, right? It was too much pickle for me. I'm one of those people that I like pickle, but I don't need too much pickle. It doesn't need to take up 45% of the sandwich. And it took up more than 45% of the sandwich. And it just took away from the experience a little bit. Certainly, though, it could have been a lot better in that sense. The pickle just took away from it. I know I'm basing everything off the pickle here, but if you were there, you would understand what I'm talking about. I will admire that they did give options over, how do I say it? They did give options over how you wanted your burger done, which I honestly thank them for giving that option for their customers to do so. But in all, it was a decent burger. The cheese itself drizzled down. It really just all went in your stomach. I think the grease is what really filled you up. It was really greasy. It was in that bacon fat that I was talking about before. There were bacon strips on there too. I forgot to mention that. And the bacon was it was cooked right, just at the right amount. Because some sandwiches, some burgers that have bacon on them, the bacon's too crunchy. It's just too much. It's just too hard. Some instances, it's too soft, and it just tastes like you're eating raw meat. But this bacon was a perfect mix between the two. It wasn't too crunchy so that you're shattering your teeth or cutting your mouth open. But it wasn't too soft either where you were essentially eating a bacon smoothie. But in all, that was fine. It was good. I would say it's probably one of the best burgers I've had in a long time, especially from an establishment such like that, around that kind of quality. Both them and Shake Shack had different style of sandwich. I will say that much, and I will admit that much. But in all, it was pretty good. In all, though, looking over the service, the pricing, the taste, what I got for my money, the atmosphere, the pickle took away from the sandwich a lot. It really set aside something I wasn't really wanting. So because of that, I'm gonna have to give this a 6.9 out of 10. I'm probably being a big baby about the pickles, and I can admit that. But overall, the rest of the burger was fantastic. But next time, I'm going to need to get less pickles, if that's possible. I went fully loaded because I wanted the full experience, but I mostly just got full pickle. But yeah, this has been Marchers with Munchies Food Review. My name is Weston Matlow. Make sure to like and subscribe. Share this video around with anybody who's interested, who would be interested in food reviews. This is a channel for Marchers, by Marchers. And one second, right? Someone's flying a drone right now. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't even know if you can see that very well. Someone is flying a drone in the city. They're just going straight up. Look at that. They're all the way up there right now. That's a pretty big drop. But no, just look at that. Look at that that view. We are in the Renaissance Building, Hotel Marriott, and it's just